still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Try to do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 78 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
Robbie Gould lining up for the...
They said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun is Eason. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Robert Foster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And it is still early, just the 1st quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
56.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this 1st quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On 2nd and 9, Watson, his throw caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter.
Buccaneers 14. Washington.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. from the gun. Eason, he'll air this one out deep for Sims. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
From the gun on third down. Eason, open man here is Foster. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Washington first down.
Operating from the gun. Eason, he'll let it go deep for Foster. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Robert Foster with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 14-14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On second down, it's Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's now 3rd and 8.
Throwing on third down, Watson looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28 in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. A gain of 6 there on first. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run. And
they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result. They'll
try and run the option. They throw it out right complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, you hold it. Short of the marker, you got the turnover on downs and then roughing the passer.
That celebration was cut short, wasn't it? Went from raised hands to slumped shoulders as a result of that penalty.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. He sets up the screen to Jones. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. This is Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny.
And Foster loses the football. It's out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Talk about a big 1st half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
Right on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
A gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Foster on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson airing this one out for Evans. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, Watson flushed out right. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Eason. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. From the gun, Eason. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
1st down, Washington.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. A final shot before break. Eason, he throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout.
And it brings up 3rd down.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the 2nd half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Eason. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
From the gun on 3rd down, Eason got an open man, finds Gibson. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
2 yards on the play. 1st down, Washington.
From the gun, Eason. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half.
1st down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And a nice run there, going to take this close to the 1st down marker at the Bucs' 40-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Tope.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Foster 40 yards. And Washington has retaken the lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Come on.
Again, it's Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Watson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
First and 10, Eason. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And that'll be incomplete. He took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Got an open man. It's Foster. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Robert Foster, 27 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Jones. And hard running gang's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now this throw caught left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They run with Jones on first down, but he'll struggle here just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them. I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. Couple touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
He's got Evans, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. He was credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
35.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. It's Eason. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try the left side. It's Gibson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
2nd down. Here's Eason. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
To throw on 3rd down, Eason. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
41. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
brings
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Watson looks to throw again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
2-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Quick throw completed by Watson. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 24-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Now Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are now an extra point away from leading this game. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. They'll look to throw. Open man, here's Foster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they will be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as Washington has won.